Implementing Circular Economy Principles in Business, a business conference panel discussion. Maria Rossi, CEO of EcoTech Industries, continues sharing her company's circular economy journey with moderator Paolo Bianchi and fellow panelist Elena Moretti, a circular economy consultant.
Welcome back to our panel on circular economy implementation. Before the break, Maria was telling us about EcoTech's transition from selling appliances to providing cooling services. Maria, could you explain how this journey began?
Certainly. 10 years ago, we were operating a traditional linear business model. We manufactured appliances, sold them to customers, and had no involvement after that. While we were developing our sustainability strategy in 2018, we realized that this approach was fundamentally unsustainable.
What specifically triggered this realization?
Several factors converged at once. First, material prices had been rising steadily for years, affecting our margins. Second, new extended producer responsibility regulations had just been introduced, making us financially responsible for end-of-life management. And third, our market research showed that customers were becoming more environmentally conscious. Before we made any changes, we conducted a thorough material flow analysis. We discovered that less than 20% of the materials in our products were being recovered at end of life, or 90% could be recycled. That represented both an environmental problem and a massive economic opportunity.
That's a common discovery in my consulting work. Most companies have never mapped their material flows across the full life cycle. When they do, they are often shocked by the value they're losing.
So, Maria, once you had identified this opportunity, what were your first steps?
We started with product redesign. While our design team had been creating products for years, they had never considered disassembly or material recovery. We brought in experts who specialized in circular design principles. They helped us redesign our refrigerator line to be modular, with easy disassembly and material separation. In parallel, we began developing our service business model. Initially, we offered both traditional sales and the new service option, where customers paid for cooling functionality rather than purchasing the physical product. We expected the transition to be gradual, but customer interest in the service model exceeded our expectations.
That's interesting. Had you anticipated such strong customer acceptance?
Not at all. We had been worried that customers would resist the idea of not owning their appliances, but we discovered that many customers preferred the service model. They didn't have to worry about maintenance or eventual disposal, and they knew they would always have the latest energy-efficient technology.
Were there any particular challenges in implementing this new model?
Absolutely. While we were transitioning to the service model, we faced significant financial challenges. Our revenue recognition changed completely. Instead of receiving full payment at the time of sale, we now receive smaller payments over many years. This required a complete restructuring of our financial model. We also had to develop entirely new capabilities. Before the transition, we had outsourced all service and maintenance. Now it's a core function. We had to build a reverse logistics network to collect appliances at end of use. And we needed to create a remanufacturing facility to process returned units.
Those are common challenges. In my experience, the financial transition is often the biggest hurdle. Companies have been operating with linear financial models for decades, and shifting to circular revenue streams requires patience and investor education.
How did your suppliers react to this new approach?
Initially, with skepticism. Before we launched our circular model, We had been purchasing components from dozens of suppliers with little visibility into material composition. Now, we needed detailed material declarations and design changes to facilitate recycling. Some suppliers embraced the opportunity and became valuable partners in our circular journey. Others were resistant to change, and we eventually had to find alternative sources. We now work much more closely with fewer suppliers, creating joint value through circular material flows.
And what about the economics? Has the circular model proven financially viable?
It has, but not in the ways we initially expected. When we first developed the business case, we primarily focused on material cost savings. While those have been significant, we have reduced virgin material purchases by over 60%. Other benefits have proven even more valuable. Our service model has created much stronger customer relationships. Renewal rates exceed 90%, compared to repurchase rates of under 40% in our traditional business. We have gained valuable insights from monitoring units in the field, which has led to design improvements that have reduced failure rates by 70%. Most importantly, the circular model has differentiated us in a commodity market. While our competitors were competing primarily on price, we were offering a completely different value proposition. This has allowed us to maintain premium pricing even as the overall market has faced price pressure.
That's consistent with what I've observed across industries. Companies often begin their circular journey focusing on material savings, but they discover that the strategic benefits of customer relationship transformation and differentiation are even greater.
Looking ahead, what's next for EcoTech's circular journey?
We are currently expanding the model to our full product range. While we had initially focused on refrigerators, we now offer service models for all major appliances. We also are exploring more advanced digital technologies to optimize product performance and longevity in the field. Before we began this journey, we had viewed sustainability as separate from our core business. Now, circularity is our business model. It has transformed how we design products, how we create value for customers, and how we measure success.
Elena, based on your consulting experience, what advice would you give to companies inspired by EcoTech's example?
Start by understanding your current state. Before you implement circular solutions, you need to know where materials are flowing through your business and where value is being lost. Then, identify your biggest opportunities, products with high material value, significant environmental impact, or strong customer interest in sustainable alternatives. Experiment with circular approaches at a small scale, learn from these pilots, and then scale what works. Remember that circular economy isn't just about recycling, it's about fundamentally rethinking your business model. The most successful transitions, like EcoTech's, don't just improve waste management, they transform how companies create and deliver value.
Thank you both for these valuable insights into implementing circular economy principles in business.